Hey guys!
Hello!
So what do you got here?
Well, I've got two different circuits. So this is the LM386 audio amplifier that you guys have seen before. And this here is actually my breadboarded crystal radio, where I use a germanium diode as...
Hey, I recognize that. Where'd you get that?
I
Is
got,
that from John?
yeah, I got that from John S_AZ, or Hackers Bench TV.
And
And,
that takes the place of the razor blade and the graphite?
correct.
The cat whisker?
Yep. So this in and of itself is a crystal detector. So a lot of people were telling me when I first started the Foxhole Radio project to use a germanium diode to test, but I didn't have a germanium diode, so I just, made it the way it was, the Foxhole Radio was supposed to be made. Well, I can make it slightly more simple by taking those two components out, the blade and the pencil, and I can instead just use this germanium diode right here.
I know you wanted to sort of build everything that you could from scratch to start out with, but now that you've done that, you don't feel that there's any problem with using some existing components
Correct.
to get a better set.
Correct. So the crystal set is actually a really easy schematic to put together. All I have, actually this is kind of ghetto, it's my antenna, which was just a spool of magnet wire attached to...
The antenna's coming in off the side, and she's got it hooked to a paper clip stuck in the breadboard.
Yep. And that's connected to the diode.
And it looks like it goes
as
to
well
one side of the diode, and the other side is to one side of the inductor.
Correct. Yep, and this is just a simple inductor coil that you guys have seen before. And then the other side of the inductor coil gets hooked to ground.
Yeah.
I guess I don't really have to do it on both sides, do I?
No.
And so there are a couple of options. One option is to take this
Looks like
small
your
circuit.
other side of your diode is going to the input of your amplifier?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
That is a very simple circuit.
Yeah, it's super simple. And normally these two would go to the 1/4-inch jack, but since I have an LM386 audio amplifier with a speaker, Whisker suggested that I just hook it up to my audio amp and run it through that way.
Yeah, I mean, you've literally built yourself a radio here. I mean, you get your receiving end of things, and you get your amplification end of things.
Yep.
So you're not using any existing equipment to do this.
Correct.
From scratch, really.
Correct. And I'm trying to think. Let's see. I've also taken some of the gain components because the volume was actually really loud.
Oh, that capacitor between pins 1 and 8?
Yep, that one's gone. And then we also changed the resistor here from 10K to 1K?
And that's your
was.
volume control. It lets the signal leak down to ground. So the higher the resistance, the more signal's actually going to go into the chip instead of down to ground.
Gotcha. Yep. So, just wanted to show you how it works. Or that it works.
With Carbonite, your pictures and the other files on your computer are automatically backed up. And when disaster strikes, it's so easy to get them back. Plus, Carbonite gives you
And the
access
cool
to your
thing
backup files from any
is that this diode
smartphone or iPad
can
with
actually, it doesn't matter which way the diode
your
goes.
PC or Mac with anytime,
so-
anywhere access.
Really?
It's just $59
Yeah.
a year. This is $5
Why is that?
I have no idea.
Oh, because it's demodulating just half the wave. It doesn't care what half.
Oh,
I see.
and there we go. And you guys want to see how it makes it louder? So I'm going to put the capacitor back.
That's the gain.
Which is better than a traditional mortgage because it conforms to your goals. In fact, it's the only
See, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
that allows you to custom design a term that works best for you.
Ta-da!
Between 8 to 30 years. So give
And so that is the simple crystal set / crystal radio. And at some point I will put this into a more permanent enclosure, but I like breadboarding because I can reuse these things and I don't have to spend more money on more wires. Well, not that I spent money on these, but still, you guys get what I mean. So I think that's it.
All right.
Yep.
Cool stuff.
Hi.
See you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.
We post videos all the time, so don't forget to subscribe and follow us on Twitter at TYMKRS.